Welcome everyone to Memories of the Future, Session 6. I am your DM, Bricky Bear Streams, and I'm here with Lizzie, Evelyn, and Rowan. Say hi.
Hi.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
So, as you step out of the witch's cavern, Bubble is very freaked out. Freed is also very freaked out. He's got his winged arm wrapped around Wynne. And you'll kind of notice you're fairly high up among the cliffs, and it's kind of hard to breathe. The altitude's getting pretty high up. You now have a plan. You know what you need to do. You have a loose plan, let's say. You don't know exactly where some of these locations are. You know about Lake Astaria, I think is what it's called. You don't know where the owlbear hatchery is, and you've never heard of a Bandersnatch, but it sounds kind of spooky. So Freed looks down at Wynne and says, I think we're gonna need to get some warmer clothes if we're gonna go into the mountains to the hatchery. Maybe some climbing gear. Maybe we should head back to the village?
Let's head back to the village, everybody. I say in a leaderly way.
Wynne is going to nod, clutching Freed dearly.
Aw. Okay. So we all want to head down to the village. Bubble, for once, is not chattering away. She's being very quiet.
I'm holding Bubble's hand, and I'm just going to use my awakened mind to talk to Solikha.
Okay.
Hey, it's me. It's Mournique. Can you hear me?
Of course I can.
Are you doing okay? Everybody else, I can tell, is freaking out, but you're a little harder to read.
I mean, I'm concerned for all of you, but I think I'm doing okay, and as long as we keep taking steps to figure things out, well, everything will be okay. I hope. I can't.
I really needed to hear that.
Well, I can't not think like that, because then, I guess it's just important that we do our best to take control of what we can and leave the rest up to fate. But sitting around and letting things happen to us I don't think that's going to make anybody feel any better.
Okay, we'll just take it one step at a time. You're right.
Yeah. Are you feeling okay, though, without your mirror?
No, I am freaking out. But I don't want Bubble to know that. Or Wynne.
Okay. Well, if you ever need, some time alone or, some space, just give me a sign and, maybe I'll tap in. Okay?
Okay.
You girls.
Solikha.
Of course.
That's so wholesome. I love this friendship. All right, as Solikha wears her brave face, Mournique is doing her best to keep Bubble calm, and Wynne and Freed take comfort in each other's embrace. You make your way back to the village, down the spears you had stabbed into the cliff, across the rope bridge over the river, safely make it back to the village. Where do you head first?
I think I just want to see my dad right now. Wynne is going to say, like, almost in a whisper.
You should go. Go see your dad.
Just want to give him a really big hug.
We're gonna be at my house. If we don't see you, then we'll just come and get you when we're ready to go, okay?
Okay. And she's gonna hug Mournique. It might be a little awkward, but
No, it's not.
If there's any awkwardness, it's simply for the fact that Wynne is wearing like plate armor, and it might just kind of hurt.
you just hear chink, chink, chink.
Would you like me to come with you? I do have some things to do, but I can take you home, Wynne.
Yeah, please. We can grab some supplies at my house, and then we can head out to do whatever you need to do.
Okay. Beautiful. All right. So, Wynne and Freed head on over to Wynne's place, and are the rest of the girls going over to Mournique's place?
I think so. Maybe I didn't hear it when you mentioned it. But the places that the hag mentioned, we're not familiar with any of them.
So, one of the places...
Only like Thea.
Thea, thank you.
Only like Thea.
Only like Thea is like the general location that you know. But the other places were the owlbear, and I'm retconning the phrasing of this because breeding grounds is just kind of gross, but the owlbear hatchery. And then the other one was the forest, I think it was to the southeast, where there's a bandersnatch. The three girls, Mournique, Solikha, and Buphbble, head over to Mournique's place to kind of recharge, maybe have some food. You know, you did hike all day and hike all day back. It's getting pretty late, and you need to think about your preparations for your next journey.
Is this place something that is well known by the village?
The hatchery, you mean?
Right, yes.
It would be very much off limits to anyone who is a youngster or not strong enough. There may be people in the village who know about it. I mean, I'll say there are people in the village who know about it, and you are now a full-fledged adult, so it probably wouldn't be off limits to you. But you could ask around.
Yeah, since we won the sack race, we're now adults.
It was just one big birthday party.
You're really good with the egg toss. You rocked it.
The secret is to use Mage Hand.
And real eggs.
Right. Because you know those fake eggs are really brittle. They'll crack if you sneeze on it.
That's so true.
But I think if we're just going to take some time for, decompressing, then maybe we could just have some snacks and maybe read up on like what what the proper behavior is around owl bears. Maybe they've got like signs of when they get aggravated or frustrated, like that we should steer clear of, like that sort of thing. Solikha's not an animals girl, but we could try.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe we could check the archives.
Yeah.
Do you want to come over, like, for dinner? I'm sure my
Me?
dad's probably cooking something. Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, as long as it's not, as long as you're okay with having company.
I'm always happy to have you around.
Mournique usually eats alone in her room, so I think that would make everybody really happy if we came over.
Yeah. You guys hang with us, right, Bubble?
Uh-huh. Honestly, I feel like after that situation, I feel a little more powerful. I feel like...
I feel... Wait, did I not give her any more spells? I may have forgotten to give Bubble more spells. Wait, does Bubble get more spells?
You guys, I feel like I
Bubble
could
would get
probably...
3rd level spells.
I feel like I could probably cast more spells. You guys want to help me pick what I should focus on?
Sure.
Thank you. I wonder if... I'm thinking in my head, does Wynne feel more powerful? Did she have more things she could do?
Did you
She's
pick...
still at her house, though.
Yeah. Did you pick
I
your
bet she could do more just based off of
Wynn's got her spells.
how angry
Okay.
that hag made her.
Mm-hmm.
That-
I know you like hypnotic pattern. That's a good choice.
I do like hypnotic pattern.
What's
Ah.
tongues?
Tongues lets you speak any language for an hour. Lets you lick anything.
If you want to have a non-combat spell, we got a little tiny hut spell. You can make a little tiny house.
That's so cute. Oh my gosh.
I just like saying the words tiny hut.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I should know 8 spells. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I can learn 1 more spell.
Damn, you're so charismatic.
Am I?
Of
Yeah, I am.
course.
I've got a +4.
Yeah.
I also have proficiency in stealth and sleight of hand, which doesn't really
Sure.
seem like a very Bubble thing to do.
That's from your background.
Oh, okay. Feign death would be pretty funny. Liamon's
Not to
tiny
us.
hut. Liamon's tiny hut is pretty amazing. I'm gonna do that one.
Perfect.
And then how many spell slots?
Should get 2 3rd level spell slots. And a 3rd 4th level if you don't have it. Or 3rd 2nd level
Okay.
if you don't have it already. Which you do. So
3
No,
seconds.
she gets 3
you get
seconds.
2 yeah, 2
2/3.
3rd level
And-
spells.
Got it. But I should know a total of 8 spells, right?
Yes.
Okay. And only 3 cantrips, that's interesting.
3 cantrips.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
have 7 cantrips.
Wow.
Well, I think it would be really helpful If I put this new surge of power into the possibility of making a hut for us in the future.
That's nice,
about
honey.
Thank you.
Think about it. We can have like sleepovers outside under the stars.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I made my cottage, so like, I'm already really good at this.
Nice.
It's pretty much a hut already. So, are we gonna talk to our dad? It feels really
Yeah.
weird saying that.
Are you gonna be okay?
I mean, yeah. I think. I'm just excited that I have a dad. Aren't you?
I can go and make you guys some hot chocolate if you want. I bet you'll need it after this.
No, I'm suddenly excited not to have a dad. Wait.
What?
Suddenly not excited to have a dad.
I'm suddenly excited to not have a dad.
Do I need to dig a grave? Because I will.
Take one for me while you're at it.
Maybe we should do this later.
Well, we
Okay.
should eat something at least. We
True.
don't have to eat with them.
Well, let's make sure we get Wynne.
Okay.
So we'll switch scenes over to Wynne. Freed takes you to your door and says that he needs to check in with here, I'll just say it. I like role playing as Freed.
Me too.
When we shared a great many experiences today, didn't we?
I don't know if great would be the word, but I'm glad you were there.
You know, we did make it out alive. And I faced my fear. And it's all thanks to you.
She's gonna be like beaming. She's gonna be like, I'm so glad. With both of her hands on either side of his beak.
Well, it's just really good to know that even though we've been held in the dark for so long, it feels like we're on the right track to find some answers. And it might be hard. It might be the hardest thing we'll ever do in our lives, but at least we're searching for the truth. And I think that takes a lot of courage.
You're so brave.
You're so brave.
She's like, she's gonna look over her shoulder, like at the closed door, and be like, "And don't tell my dad. This place is pretty boring. Kind of exciting."
I'm with you. I think that a little danger really gets the heart pumping. Well, that's not the only thing that gets my heart pumping. He kind of blushes.
Oh, girl, I'm like, whew, right now. All right, well, I am gonna meet the girls at Mournique's house in a little bit.
Okay.
So, I'd like to see you there.
I will do my best. My parents need me to help out, and we are on the quest for truth. But that truth includes saving my parents, so I can't just abandon them. I will help you as much as I can, but I do have to help them as well.
And you're going to be helping yourself, too.
Yeah. So that we can have a future.
I have no doubt that we will.
And he leans in for a little kiss. And he reluctantly releases you from his feathery arms. And he says, "Come find me in the town tomorrow. And I'll let you know if I found anything out."
Okay.
And he kind of walks backwards and keeps smiling at you until the trees block his way.
And then she's gonna like flip her hair and like wipe a single tear out of her eye. And then like go right through the door.
Very sweet. As you walk in, you hear your father in the kitchen. And he's, as usual, covered in dirt and making himself a farmer's supper. And he says, "Oh, Wynne, my love, how are you today?"
Hi, Daddy. She's gonna like go straight into his arms for a hug. No, doesn't matter how dirty he is.
Aw. Oh, and he hugs you back.
And she's gonna pull back and she's gonna say, "I missed you. I came to grab some things, but I am gonna go." And she's like kind of sweating, like not really a good liar. Hang out with the girls for a little bit.
Hey, you don't need to, I'm not keeping tabs. You're an adult. You've got your girls, and this is the safest village. This is the safest place you could be, so I'm not worried one bit. But thank you so much for keeping me updated. You know, your mother worries, but I have every confidence in your strength.
Well, forget what she worries about. Anyways, and she's gonna like swallow hard because she doesn't know when she's gonna return. She doesn't know if she will return. She's like, "I think I'm gonna skip dinner though." And she's gonna rush up the stairs.
Okay. All right, so, Evelyn got me with the fucking...
Wynne's got it made. It's just Stardew Valley for her.
We have to give free things though.
Oh look, I found a worm.
Stop.
See, cookie.
I talked to Robin. She's gonna upgrade our house.
You just hear the hammer outside.
Oh my god. Precisely. Okay, so what are you grabbing from your room? What are you doing?
Well, like Freed suggested, probably some warmer clothes to put on, like under the armor. Probably some furs.
Okay.
I mean, I would like for her to have like a fur coat type of cloak deal, but
Sure.
I don't know if that's
Yeah. It snows
just
in the
to add
valley,
to the
so
add to the aesthetic.
for sure. It snows in the valley in the winter, so you for sure would be well equipped with warm weather clothing or cold weather clothing. Warm,
Okay.
weathered clothing. Just kidding. So, okay.
My fur coat and my jean shorts, and I'm ready.
All right. So Wynne packs all her things, maybe grabs some snacks on the way out, and
A field snack.
and heads down the lane towards Mournique's house. Give me a perception check, Wynne.
19.
Okay. As you're walking, you hear a little rustling in the bushes, and you think you see really close, oddly close to the ground, little antlers, and then just dash out of sight. And you smile to yourself, knowing that your Creed spirit is here and watching you.
Nice.
Okay. All right, so you head up to Mournique's place. Do you knock on the door? Do you climb through the window?
I would knock on the door. Yeah. Very politely.
Okay. All right, so Wynne knocks on the door, and shortly after, you hear footsteps approaching, and the door swings open, and you see Morel. And he says, "Oh, hello, Wynne, dear. Come on in. I was just preparing dinner. I was notified that you would be joining us, so Morla, prepared an extra seat at the table for you, darling. Come on in."
Well, thank you, sir. Where are the girls?
Oh, they're in Mournique's room. You can go ahead and you'll go let them know that dinner is ready.
Thank you very much.
Let me take your coat, and he'll kind of oddly give you a little cocked eyebrow and take your super heavy winter coat and hang it on the rack.
Well, I'll be right back. Go back up the stairs and then just run up them.
Okay. All right, so you go in and knock on Mournique's door.
Oh, girlies.
It creeps open.
Do you have to do that every single time?
Yes. Actually, the first thing is you hear 7 locks get disengaged.
Please. Your dad says dinner is ready, and I'm kind of hungry.
I'm hungry too.
I'm starving.
Alright, doesn't matter what he made. We're gonna go in and eat it all.
Does he normally make stuff you don't like?
No, he's a pretty decent cook.
You smell the tomatoey, spiced scents of one of your favorites, Italian food, which Italy doesn't exist in this world, so it's, as far as you know, a local dish, a regional dish that your dad invented. Using the wheat from Wynne's dad's farm and the eggs from one of the other farmers.
Morel Alfredo.
Yeah, there's plenty of dairy. Yeah, so you could. In fact, he does half red sauce, half white sauce.
Wow.
Ooh.
Like somebody else I possibly know.
My favorite. All right, so you all float through the air with the smell lines dragging you along,
Yes.
like a boomer cartoon. Okay, you all make your way down the stairs, and you see 3 extra places drawn at the small table. It's kind of a tight fit. but they made it work. And Morla is already sitting at the table, looking kind of bored, as she usually does. And Morel is making clanging pots and pans noises. And I'll describe what the kitchen looks like. It's basically, the house isn't very large or ostentatious. It's probably larger than most in the village, but the kitchen is very, very cozy. It's all of the like counter space and cupboards are in like an L shape, and then like in the middle is just a table that's usually covered in clutter, but during dinner time it's cleared off, and there's a bench on one side and chairs on the other, and it's very cozy, very tight fit. And Bubble will take the seat furthest away from Morel.
I will sit next to Bubble and Morla, I think.
Sure. Yep.
Sit on the other side of Bubble.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody loves Bubble.
Sit on Bubble's lap. Crush her with my huge butt.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and I'll just like quietly start eating. And just I'm kind of like doing the Mournique stare at Morel.
Okay.
Wynn's just gonna be like, "Thank you so much for your hospitality."
It's so delicious.
Oh, I'm so glad you enjoy. It's one of my specialties. One of Mournique's favorite dishes. It's actually one of Bubble's favorite dishes too, isn't that right, dear? Bubble just takes a huge bite, so she doesn't have to say anything.
Not a lot of specialties, do ya?
Of course.
And I'll hold the fork of like with a piece of pasta up to my shoulder, and little rat hands come out and just grab it. And
Oh my goodness. Oh, I see you have your little friend. What did you name her?
it's embarrassing.
Go
Or
on.
Squeak.
And Morla kind of, you can see the corners of her mouth starting to tug upwards, but she quickly suppresses it. That's a lovely name, darling. Well, you all better eat up. It looks like you have a long journey ahead of you. Is that right?
What?
He glances over at Wynne.
But she's just gonna like awkwardly look at her food and be like, maybe? And then like looking at the other girls like, help me. Out of the corner of her mouth.
Solikha's just gonna raise an eyebrow and just not like Mournique with her true telepathic powers, but like give you a look of Wynne. Really?
Oh, was I not
Yes.
supposed to know about this little trip? Where is it that you were all going?
Camping.
Oh, okay. Well, you are full-fledged adults. I see no reason why. That would be a problem. Just make sure you take all the necessary equipment. Where is it that you're camping?
In the woods.
North. We're going north.
On the mountains.
Hmm.
Yeah, the side of the mountain. Yeah. The
Roll
side with
me.
the woods.
You're not lying per se, but roll me a persuasion.
Okay.
Who?
Everybody. Everybody who's trying to persuade.
That's not a good roll.
Neither was mine.
13.
Ladies.
I got a 10.
10 and 13?
13's not bad. It's not bad.
No. Are you trying to convince me?
I'm just saying.
Roll me a persuasion on if 13 is bad. Just kidding.
I got a 13. I'm literally dead. I rolled the same thing.
That's so fucking funny. Okay. I mean, you're telling the truth. You do seem sus, but he will let it go. And he will say, you know, up north, you say, just be very careful. This time of year, the owl bears are very aggressive.
I'm just gonna like side eye Solikha and Mournique.
I'm
Why
sure
are
we'll
they-
be fine.
Aggressive? Aren't like more so than usual?
Why, yes, it is the time that they are guarding their nests. So if you see an owlbear nest, you promise me you will turn around and run away.
Never.
I think what she means is yes. we won't get in the way of the mamas and their babies.
Very good. Not that I mind so much about the well-being of owlbears. They do nothing but cause us trouble. But I know you're strong. I just would hate to see anything happen to my darling, my baby, my one and only Mournique.
You ever stop talking?
Wynne drops her fork.
His jaw kind of drops. He's just like, hormones are kicking in this late, huh? It's not unlike you, but no matter. Just promise me you'll be safe. Although I will say I was very, very crazy and hormonal when I was 19, so that is totally something a dad would just be like,
I'm
"Ugh."
still crazy and hormonal, so it's fine.
What does he think we're doing in the woods?
What do teenagers usually do in the woods?
Drink
Uh-oh.
skooma.
Yeah, after a few, what feels like minutes of just awkward, quiet eating noises, I'll be like, so, Mom, how was your day?
Oh, it was fine. Nothing extraordinary. How was your day?
Nothing extraordinary.
So is our little unextraordinary life, isn't it? But you must make the
Yeah, I
best of
guess
it.
so.
You're very, very lucky to be here.
Is that what you think?
Of course. Is that not how you feel, Mournique, darling?
I've never felt lucky before.
Well, who am I to tell you how to feel?
Sorry, Mom. I'm just gonna get up and leave the table. Come on,
Bubble.
Bubble.
Buphbble is already close beside you. Kind of giving awkward glances between Morla and Morel.
the mage hand will just sort of scoop up the plates and kind of roughly put them in the sink.
Nice. Even when she
Where's-
doesn't have manners, she has manners. What a good girl.
Wynne just like wipes her mouth and she's like, "Thank you so much for dinner." She's gonna stand and follow them.
Wait. Clear your place, Wynne.
Oh, did she not grab everybody's? I'm sorry.
No, just me and Bubble.
Oh, then she
Actually, I
does.
probably scooped the rest of my food onto your plate.
Nice.
Just like dump it on there.
Then I guess she gets rid of that plate. Sorry.
Yeah, no, we're gonna thank you for dinner. We're gonna make sure she's feeling okay.
Thank you so much.
And gonna get her out of there. It's nothing.
Awkward family drama. As Wynne and Solikha make their way out of the kitchen, you just hear Morel say, Did you notice something weird about Bubble? She seemed really off tonight. She didn't squeal a single word. And Morella just says, Leave it be, Morel.
The two of us hear that.
Mm-hmm.
Can I sort of insight? Is she like frustrated when he mentions Bubble, or is it just sort of the parents' way of saying, don't read too much into it, they'll figure it out on their own? Like what does her tone imply?
Yeah, give me an insight check.
Gonna be a tough one. Insight on basically Morticia Adams.
Well, it's a 16. So.
Okay. Yeah, you can sense a little frustration, a little annoyance. She's normally in kind of a sourish, monotone mood, but you could tell she snapped back at Morel when he said that.
Okay. Look at Wynne, just say, are we? I don't know if we can. It's not our place, right?
She's gonna shake her head really quickly. No. I think we should get out of here. The sooner the better.
I mean, maybe he has a good reason. Maybe there is a reason.
That Bubble's upset?
No, that no one ever said anything about what the two of them are to each other. I don't know.
Do you think
maybe
they
it's
don't
just-
know?
No, they know now. You think that her parents don't know?
No, I don't think they do.
I mean,
I don't think they would have
suppose that-
left her
I
to
suppose
live.
That's better, knowing that they might have not done it intentionally.
I certainly hope they didn't. And we're just like whispering at like the bottom of the stairs.
I mean, I guess Mournique is just gonna have to. They're just gonna have to ask when they're ready.
I'm not sure that's. I don't know if that's anytime soon.
just make sure they're okay.
Absolutely. Let's get going.
Head upstairs.
Okay. So you approach Mournique's door. Mournique, would your door be unlocked, knowing that your friends are close behind you?
Yes.
Okay.
The mage hand scoots in between you two and opens up the door from the outside.
No locks this time. He's gonna saunter on in.
Are you guys okay? I mean, that's a dumb question.
I'm much better now that I'm full of pasta.
Mournique?
I'm fine. Yeah. Much better.
It's just kind of awkward, you know. I don't really know what's the truth anymore.
I mean, there's you know, you don't need to talk to him now about it, but you know, maybe one day when you feel more ready.
Yeah. Maybe I should just get to know him without saying anything, and maybe, you know, get to know him with this new possibility in my mind. And then maybe when the time is right.
For what it's worth, he seemed worried about you. So I think he does care about you.
Well, doesn't he care about everybody? I mean, I did grow up right here, but he's the village leader. He cares about everyone. Right?
Well, I think he might care about Mournique a bit more than the rest of us, but if
You
he
think he
knew,
cares about Jep?
I think he cares about Jep in a very subjective way. Just that he exists and is still alive and breathing. But the day he invites Jep over for that kind of dinner is, I don't know. We'll see. You know, pigs fly.
Well, he would never show.
He's too scared.
He's too scared of you.
Well, we can figure that out later. Don't worry about me, you guys. We gotta get these crystals. I really like that you guys, like, totally just told him the truth. We're going camping up north. That's totally a fact.
Yeah, maybe they don't need to know that we're dealing with a hag and probably gonna go to another planet.
Well, you know, Wynne likes to be honest.
What did I say? Huh?
Did anybody notice the big coat?
The winter coat.
Yeah, the winter coat on the wall.
This is why we use Mournique's window. Prying eyes, always.
Right.
I'm sorry if I caused that conversation. And she's gonna be like all red, like looking down.
Aww.
Oh.
Wynne.
Wait, it's okay. We didn't have to lie. you know what? It's better that they know we're camping because then we'd have to come up with something else to tell them for where we're going, right? We only have like a week and a half left of free time before we have to get jobs.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't really tell my dad where I was going. So
I can send to him tomorrow if you want. I have to send to my own folks. So
yeah, we should do that.
okay.
I don't know if I could tell him that we might possibly be in danger.
No, see, when that's the time when you don't say that. You just say that we're going camping and that's it.
I'm really bad at lying.
You don't need to lie, you just need to not tell all the truth.
Isn't that lying by omission?
But it's easier.
He's a good guy. He'll understand.
We've been lied to our whole lives. I think it's our turn to do the little lie telling. We're trying to save. I don't know what we're trying to save, but we're doing something really important. If they knew, they'd probably just, I don't know, try to stop us.
Yeah, probably. You know, they say we're adults, but they don't really treat us like adults yet.
True.
Can we like cuddle with all of your little squishmallows tonight? That was really fun.
Yes.
Squishmallows!
Puddle puddle.
And Bubble tucks in. She takes off all her clown paint and rifles through Mournique's drawers with a certain familiarity and pulls out some jammies and tugs them on and just flops down in bed.
Those ones don't fit me anymore, so.
Her butt's too big.
It takes Wynne a second to take off all the armor. But when she comes into bed, she's going to say, "Does anybody have a good bedtime story?"
Aww.
Not really. Do you?
Whoa!
Oh no. My parents were never one for that.
Well, I can't really remember too many details, but when I was really little, my parents would sometimes make up stories for the people they were helping, like what their like secret, their favorite ice cream was, or what their job was. Just when I was too little to really know like how they died. Sometimes like they met a unicorn and went to go live in the woods. Sometimes they went to go live at the bottom of a lake. So they would tell me stories like about different people that they helped, you know, before we put them to where they would stay. So sometimes making up stories just about people that you meet on the street is really fun.
I wonder what stories people make up about us.
I think we should make one up about Jep.
I know the stories they make up about me. Actually, most of them are true.
Tell me one little detail.
They say that if you catch the evil eye from me, the Mournique stare, then I'll haunt your dreams, which is true, but it's actually your waking dreams, not your sleeping dreams, because that would be weird. And I'm not weird.
I have a different telling of your evil eye. You know, the evil eye is supposed to protect you from danger and evil. And whenever I'm with you, Mournique, and you give someone the evil eye, I feel really protected.
I like that story.
That's sweet, but maybe I should just avoid eye contact with you.
She can get in your head without eye contact.
But your eyes are so pretty, Wynne. And I
Aren't
give her the
they?
Mournique stare.
Ooh.
Mournique, you're gonna give her nightmares. Don't do that.
Sorry.
When sleep talks, we all have to get a good night's sleep tonight, and I don't want to wake up to her running from you in her dreams.
Yeah, we gotta stick together.
And we will.
Bubble drifts off to sleep. And if we all fall asleep, that will give us a long rest.
Yes, ma'am.
So, we wake up to Solikha unlocking the doors, going and getting some tea for us, unlocking the door, coming back in the room with some tea and some iconic toast. One of them is burnt to a crisp, slathered with cream cheese. It's our morning ritual at this point. Toast and tea, and it's lovely.
What is our plan today? How are we gonna figure out where the hatchery is?
Well, Mournique had a good idea yesterday that we just go double check the archives.
Yeah. I
Right.
think I lost my key, though.
What? We can't, do a little. She mimes like opening the door with like some tools.
I do know how to knock on a door so hard that it'll break the lock.
Well, if we want to keep things, quiet, it's like what are we gonna tell everybody if we're like busting down doors?
True.
Plan B
Does my
though.
mom work in the archives? Or
Yeah.
in that building?
Yeah.
So... maybe she could get us then.
You think?
You wanna
More little-
ask her?
Yeah, I'll ask her.
All right, so we're gonna talk to Morla and see if she can get us in to the archives. As you get ready for the day, you finish your breakfast, you adorn your armor, grab all your gear. We can make a quick stop at Bubble's cottage to get her stuff, and we can stop at Solikha's too if you wanna talk to your parents. That's totally fine.
I think just for expediency's sake, that she would just stop by to tell him a similar story to what Wynne mentioned, that they were going on a quick camping trip, but that everything's fine and they can always message her if they need to.
Beautiful.
But we don't need to go through that so that we can keep up with what you have planned for tonight.
No, don't stress. I want, especially Solikha. We haven't really seen a lot of Solikha's kind of personal life yet, so I don't mind anything, anything specific, but there's they would just respond with, big hug, very supportive, let you know. They maybe give you some tips and tricks on how to handle like a cut or a sprained ankle, and they're just very excited for you to go out and experience, time on your own with your friends. Your mother gives you a big kiss on the cheek and just says, be careful, my love.
Of course. We'll look out for each other.
That's my girl. Okay. All right, so by this time you know that Morla would be at the archives. So you will be heading towards the town. You're passing by the little clusters of houses the little clusters of cottages that belong to Numi, Freed, Mordan, and Jermina. They all live in little cottages near each other. This time you don't hear splitting wood, but Freed did tell you to meet him in the town, so you know that he's doing some work for his parents who own the tea shop. But you do hear some hushed voices coming from Numi's cottage area.
I want to go see.
Beautiful.
Would you like us to come with you?
If you want.
Yeah.
Maybe just keep your distance at first. I just want to make sure she's okay.
Absolutely.
Bubble seems reluctant, apprehensive to let go of your hand, but she will let you walk on ahead.
I'll leave the mage hand for her to hold on to.
Ew, she doesn't want to hold on to your mage hand. She will just slip her hands, one hand in Solikha's and the other in Wynne's.
Yeah.
The mage hand pretends to fix an invisible set of hair to salvage this awkward rejection.
It's like I said. Solikha would tap in. It's okay. Got this.
Perfect.
Aww. Alright, so as Mournique approaches Numi's cottage, you see Talandria and Numi huddled together in their gardening clothes, and Talandria doesn't seem to know what she's doing, but Numi definitely does, and they're just kind of whispering to each other.
I will just pick up a tool on my way in, and just one of them, I don't know. Trowel, is that a thing?
Yeah, I
I'll
think
pick
so,
that
yeah.
up.
Okay.
And I will awaken mind, connect with Talandria. Mistress Talandria.
As you mentally approach your mind to hers, it feels like you're stepping into a fog, like a white fog. And as you say Mistress Talandria, you can hear it echoing in your mind, as if speaking into a wide span. What the span? Wide span. And you hear her voice in your head come back with, Mournique, what are you doing here?
I was hoping you had a moment. And
Yes.
I thought you might be here.
Yes, you were wise to instruct me to come talk to Numi. She indeed has the spark of Drakatane.
What is it?
What is the spark?
Yeah.
Well, it's the spark is and she just trails off.
Mistress?
Mournique, what are you doing here? And Numi looks over at you, and she knows what's going on. She knows you by now. And she snaps at you. Mournique, knock it off.
Numi?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Listen. Ever since you sent Talandria to me, thank you, by the way. She rolls her eyes. I think we've learned some things, but there's something blocking Talandria. Every time I seem to be getting closer to a lead, her eyes glaze over. She can't seem to speak. I think something's holding her back.
I think you're right.
You do have a way, however, as you may recall, of knowing when somebody is being truthful or not. So even if I can't quite get a straight answer out of her, I can know when she's speaking the truth. Or when she's speaking lies, falsehoods.
And that's why we're in the garden.
Precisely. But no one knows about my spider lily, so be quiet about it.
I could be really quiet if you let me talk to you telepathically.
You know how I feel about that?
Pickles, right?
Sure. That's one way to put it.
Listen, a lot of stuff happened yesterday. I'm sure you're not surprised because it's happening a lot lately.
Yeah.
Point is, we're going into the mountains to look for something.
Oh. Okay. What are you looking for?
It's some kind of shard, a piece of something. Crystal.
Okay. Where is this crystal meant to be?
Supposedly it's in the owlbear nesting area.
Oh. Well, that's not going to be easy. Do you even know where the hatchery is?
No, do you?
Well, I don't, but I do know that there's a rare flower in that area, and Florana, who taught Sheena how to garden, who taught me how to garden, so she's essentially the master gardener of the village. She might know where to get some... She might know where the hatchery is, because she likes to find rare flowers.
What's your name? Florana?
You know Florana, that's Jermina's mother.
Right.
She lives on the other side of the bridge.
What's the flower called?
I think it's called the Alpine Aster?
Show me what it looks like. I'll tap my head.
She will nudge Talandria and just be like, show her the flower, and Talandria, her eyes will kind of clear, and she'll produce an illusion that looks like a pretty flower with, it almost looks like a daisy, but it's got a yellow center and pink petals that come all around. It only grows in very high altitudes. Is that where you're going?
Sounds like it.
Well, I don't know how to get there, but I'm sure you'll figure it out. I'm gonna keep studying with Talandria. We've been trying to dig into the reason the elders came here and what they gave up to be here. Every time I get closer, she just... I mean, you saw how she was. But we did find out that the elders came from a place called Kelendar.
When you say the elders,
I mean, my grandparents, your parents, the founders of the village.
do you mind if I have just a moment alone with Talandria?
Suit yourself. She'll get up, dust off her hands, and walk into her cottage.
Are you okay, mistress?
Oh, Mournique. Hello. Yeah, I've been spending a lot of time with Numi, but I don't know, I don't feel myself. I feel like something really heavy is weighing on my shoulders.
I feel it too. Bubble was telling me that she feels stronger than ever, but I don't. I feel weaker.
Oh,
I don't know what's happening. I can't control my emotions.
that doesn't sound like you. You've always
Do
been
you have
very good
anything
at
that
that.
can help me?
Well, maybe, but I'm not sure how I can really get it for you.
What is that?
And she'll lean in close, and she'll say, "There's a place underground. Very few know about this place. There's a lake, and it's full of, Mournique,
Years.
what are you doing here?"
I just came to say goodbye. For now.
No
I
worries.
give her a hug.
Aw. There, Mournique.
I'll see you when I get back.
Of course. I'll be here. And you see Numi peering at you from the other side of her window.
I just, give her a long wink. And then I turn and head out, pull up my umbrella, and leave.
Okay. Really quick, I can show you guys what the flower looks like. Need to save this.
Sorry for taking so long.
Is everything okay?
Yeah, of course. We have got this totally under control.
Do you want to go talk to your mom now, or do you want to come up with a different plan?
Well, actually, now that you mention it, Numi did say that Florana, might know where the owlbear breeding grounds are. So maybe we don't have to talk to my mom again.
Oh, okay. She's all about that sort of plant stuff, right?
I think so, yeah.
Really fast. Numi comes rushing out towards you and says, "What did you say to her? She is fully in her fog."
I just asked her if she could help me with something that I'm having trouble with.
Well, that's none of my business, but I do plan on taking her to the... She'll look around. The lake. I think maybe I can talk to her there.
Why do you think that?
Well, that's where Draconet was able to talk to us. And Thea.
I don't know if that's such a great idea.
Okay, well, you go do your owlbear thing, and I'll take her to the lake, and we'll reconvene.
Fine. Don't let her get hurt.
I won't. She's very powerful, you know.
I know that better than anyone.
Is that because you get into people's heads?
Okay, we have stuff we want to do today. Numi, go do your own stuff, okay? We're gonna move on now. I'm gonna use my other hand to take Mournique and start ushering them both into town and away from Numi.
Yeah, I was just silently giving her the Mournique's stare.
Wynne is just gonna like wave innocently. Maybe when the girl's already turned.
She'll just kind of flick her flowing hair behind her shoulder and march back over to her garden.
She's going to the lake? Did I hear that correctly?
Yeah. She seems to think it's a good idea. I disagreed. She disagreed. And now here we are, so...
Well, Numi's never been one to listen to really anyone who tells her that she should or shouldn't do something.
I know. She's frustratingly stubborn. And probably the hardest person around here to manipulate.
Well, I guess we should take that as a compliment. Or, you know what? I'm going to take it as a compliment and not read further into it. But perhaps if we, get what we need to do done quickly, we can come back and check in on her and, make sure she's not dead.
Yeah, whatever.
Mournique. I hate that. Wynne is just gonna pat your shoulder, say nothing. Just give you a grimace.
Anyway, so we're gonna go talk to someone who knows the area. What's her name again?
Verana.
Verana?
Florana.
Is it Florana? Yeah.
Florana. Okay.
Oddly similar
right.
to Florane, but not the same person.
Oh.
Jermina's mom.
Okay.
Do they not live in the same house? They do, right?
No, they do not.
Oh.
Florana lives with her husband, who's a farmer, and she has her own garden, and it's across the bridge. And Jermina lives basically next door to Numi.
Right. Should we stop at Jermina too then?
Do you think it's important that we... I mean, we're just... I don't know if we want to involve her and get her in trouble. Unless you think she'd want to be told?
I mean, I think she's pretty cool. No, that doesn't really answer your question, but... anybody's gonna react in a neutral way, it's her.
Okay.
Alright, so you want to go over to Jermina's house?
Sure, we're there. We might as well.
Alright, you approach the door and you see a little note that says, not home, be back later.
Well, that was easy. Nice and quick resolution there. Satisfying.
Well, maybe she's at her mom's house.
Alright, you head over to Lorana's house. She's out in the garden. You see Jermina leaning against a signpost or a fence post, and her mother, Florana, who has short, messy pink hair. She's got a straw hat and a dirty sundress, and she's got fresh flowers in her hat and on her dress and around her neck. And she is sprinkling like magic dust on her plants. And as you all approach, Jermina will just look up and say,
Hey, what's up, guys? Hey, soldiers.
she'll kind of give a cheeky little wink to Mournique.
Leader Jermina.
What are you girls up to today?
We're going camping. Interested?
Oh. Camping?
And her mom perks up. Oh So, you ladies are going camping. Where are you camping at?
Up north. In the mountains, actually. I'm looking for something up there, and I was hoping you could help me.
Absolutely. Anything. What is it, dear?
It's a flower. Special kind of flower. Called an alpine aster.
Her eyes light up. One of my favorites. You need to know where to find them.
Yeah.
Listen. The hatchery is... well, it's not a very safe place, but... I do need some seeds, so I would be ever so grateful if you brought some extra flowers, and I'll tell you where the hatchery is.
Perfect. I would definitely do that for you. You know, and I'm not even really worried about owlbears because I have a way with animals.
Oh, that's so lovely. You know, the things the village kids say about you, none of them are true. I don't care what they say. You are a lovely girl, Mournique. And
I am, right?
Jermina snorts.
Nice one, Mom. She's not really good with compliments.
I mean, that wasn't bad.
Well, she could have left the first part out, you know. Alright, well, I'll get my stuff. Mom, you still have my winter stuff here, right?
Oh yes, it's in the basement.
Alright, let me go get it.
Okay, enough NPCs talking to each other. Jermina
Thanks,
goes-
Max.
Yeah. So, her mother offers each of you climbing gear, 1 med kit each, and a loaf of bread for each of you. You're gonna need the carbs to help with the high altitude. It takes you about half the day to reach the base of the North Mountain. You follow the meticulous instructions that Florana has given you, and you use your climbing gear to get up the cliffs, and as you reach the top, higher than you've ever been, you look down at the valley and you see your village and the forest and the rivers and the lake, and it is so beautiful. And as you're looking, you see an owlbear soar above your head and pounce on something. And what that owlbear pounced on looks to be a dryad. It's a very twiggy dryad. Not too many leaves. And there's something glinting, something crystal blue glinting on her forehead.
Wait, it's in her, something in her forehead?
It's got like twigs and vines attaching it to her forehead. Almost like a circlet.
Oh.
Why is this happening? This is not okay. Wynne, could you back me up, please?
What do we do?
What would you like to do?
Should we...
Come with me. I'm gonna go up there, and I'm gonna use Speak with Animals and talk to the owlbear.
I guess just for some assists, can Wynne do Zone of Truth so nobody lies? Speaking of the owlbear and dryad.
Okay. Yeah. So, Wynne is using Zone of Truth, and Mournique is speaking with animals to the owlbear.
Yeah. And I'm gonna say, hey, what are you doing? That's the spirit of this forest. You shouldn't be attacking her.
As it has its clawed paws pinning the dryad down, she says,
Twigs for nest.
Get your twigs somewhere else. You're only going to cause more problems like that.
These are my twigs. Get your own twigs.
If we find you some better twigs, will you promise to let this poor spirit go?
it'll turn to look at you. And you see just rage in her eyes.
These are my twigs, and you will be my meal.
Roll for initiative.
I'm gonna save the dryad.
First, we're gonna save the dryad. Oh, that's bad. 5.
Okay.
I got a 14.
Okay. I should probably
Wynn's just gonna be like, yeah, what she said.
Well, I picked you because you also have speak with animals. So.
Yes.
Oh, right, okay.
No, Solikha's too scared to run up to an owlbear. That's one thing she may just be a little bit trepidatious about.
We've got our illusion wizard in the party, leveled to 5 and ready to fuck shit up. As the owlbear says,
And you will be my meal.
or whatever she said, Bubble is going to... She's going to use Thunderwave out of pure reaction. She's going to just be very frustrated and she's going to say, get back! And she's going to walk up, or she's going to like jog up, and a thunderous force sweeps out from me. And so the owlbear and the dryad will have to make a con savings throw. We'll roll in with the cheese die. Oh. All right. And then the dryad. Hell yeah. Okay. So Bubble is able to focus her Thunderwave on the owlbear itself and blasts the owlbear off of the dryad, and the dryad kind of clings to the ground and does not. It only takes half. So.
Bubble.
Sorry.
Okay, so the owlbear takes 10 damage, and the dryad will take 5 damage. Ouch! Alright, it is now Wynne's turn.
And just how far are we from the owlbear?
I would say about 20 feet.
Yeah, she's gonna run up to it, and I think she's gonna attack it with her glaive.
Hell yeah.
And because I get an extra attack, I can attack it twice.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so we got a 13.
Perfect, that hits.
Hell yeah. Let me see. 10 slashing damage.
Okay.
And then we're gonna attack again.
Okay.
Get an 18.
Hell yeah.
And that gives us, what, 9 damage.
Alright. Beautiful. Okay. Anything else?
No spells for right now.
Okay. That would bring it to the owlbear's turn. The owlbear is going to turn to Wynne, who is up in her face, and she's going to say, after shrieking, after your glaive jabs into her sides, she will say,
Find your own twigs!
and she will make 2 attacks, one with her beak and one with her claws. And that will be... Let's see. A 17 to hit.
That does. Ooh.
Okay. And for damage, that is 10 piercing. And then with her claws, another 17. And that would be for 16 damage.
Holy shit.
This Mama Owlbear is not fucking around. Okay, that brings it to Jermina's turn. Jermina is going to cast she's gonna say,
you guys, what do I do?
she's a little nervous. Her mask of badassery is slipping a little.
Use one of your awesome spells.
What do you want me to do?
Just hit it with something. Firebolt.
Try to scare it off.
Okay.
And she'll cast Enlarge on Wynne.
Wait, I'm gonna make you big.
Oh, give it to me. Let's do it.
So your size doubles in all dimensions. This is like some expansion type shit.
Yes, giant woman.
You have advantage on strength checks and strength savings throws. Target's weapon also grows to match its new size. You deal an additional 1d4 extra damage. So that's really what it is. You get the 1d4 extra damage.
Nice.
And that's on each hit. Okay. All right, so that's her spell. And it is now Solikha's turn.
Okay. How's Wynne looking right now? Those were some hard hits.
She's got 10 HP.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. And how's the Dryad looking?
The Dryad's fine. She just got a little shocked. She just looks really scared.
Okay. Then I'm just going to, because he needs a lot, run up behind Wynne and cast Cure Wounds.
Hell yeah.
And I'll do it at 3rd level, because that's a lot of damage.
Okay.
19?
Wow.
Nice.
19 total.
Cracked.
Nice.
Hmm. So she had to run up and touch her on the back to give her that.
In this case, the back
The
of
leg.
the leg.
Yeah, because he's so. Because Wynne grew, but I don't know how much movement, how far away I was in the beginning, but I'm going to just hide behind Wynne.
Smart choice.
And that's it.
Okay. It is now Mournique's turn.
Okay, so, totally straight-faced, no fear. Mournique pulls out the crossbow, and she's got the parasol in one hand and the crossbow in the other hand. I will just take my shot with the crossbow.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm
Beautiful.
looking for something to click like in D&D Beyond.
Yeah.
So that is a 14 to hit?
Yes.
Okay. So, as I shoot, the crossbow just splinters. And instead of one bolt coming out, it's 2 just blasts of force, like a railgun.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Is that Eldritch Blast?
It is. And that's 2 beams. They both hit.
Fuck yeah.
For 19 damage.
Alright. Beautiful. Okay. As these... Describe what the bolts look like again?
It's kind of like how it is in Baldur's Gate, where it's just like a straight line of force.
Okay.
It just shoots out like a railgun, just creates this big blasting sound.
As these bolts bash into the face of this owlbear, it shrieks and screams, but it is not done putting up a fight. It is now Bubble's turn. She's a little nervous because she's a little thrown off. So she will use, let me see. Let's see. Okay, she will use Bane. She's going to just say, I hope this helps, and she'll pull out her kalimba and just go. And as she does, you see like a red laser kind of zap into the owlbear and kind of crackle like with like red electricity. Now it must roll a d4 and subtract the number rolled from the attack roll or savings throw. If it fails, it's charisma savings throw whenever it attacks. Okay, it is now Wynne's turn. It is Big Wynne's turn.
Nice. Giant woman Wynne. I'm assuming like her weapon also grew in size. I don't know. I'm just trying to picture
it. It does.
Okay. She is gonna make more swipes at this terrifying, shrieking owlbear with her glaive.
Beautiful.
And I guess I'll just say with this first one, I'm going for a divine smite.
Let's fucking go.
Yes.
Okay, 21.
Oh yeah, that is.
I think that hits. All right, so let me see. We did 10 damage, and then that's just the normal. And then divine smite does what? 2d8. I'm so sorry.
Don't be sorry.
Yeah, 2d8 for a first level divine smite.
And you get that extra d6 from being big, right?
I think it's a
I
D4.
already added that.
4, I think.
D4, yep. D4.
I added that to the melee, right?
Beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah, so 10 plus whatever I get now. 13. So 23.
All right.
For the first
Holy
hit.
shit. All right, as you strike this owlbear with your glaive, it's looking up at you. It's looking more like a baby owlbear at this point, but hey, it attacked first. So you look down on it, and the clouds kind of form overhead, and you hear the rumbling lightning, the rumbling thunder, and as you stab down with your glaive, you hear a thunderclap. And this thing screeches and keels over.
Ooh.
Hell yeah.
You've done it. Woo! All right. The owlbear lays silent on the ground, blood pooling out. You don't love to see it, but you know what? That's just nature. That's just nature for you.
Life in the mountains.
They are vicious
Yeah.
monsters.
Yeah.
And they're an invasive species. They're everywhere. So, if you need to be justified, just know that it's probably also going to get eaten by another owlbear.
Yeah. Don't feel too bad yet. So the dryad approaches, and she approaches the owlbear, and she places her hands on the owlbear's face, closing its eyes and closing its beak, and commends its spirit to a nameless god that you don't recognize. And she kind of mournfully approaches and says, "Thank you. Thank you so much for saving me. I wasn't expecting lethal force, but nature is a cruel, cruel mother." And as you get a closer look, you see there is that blue crystal shard in her forehead.
Are you a forest spirit?
Well, my name is Willow. And I live in the woods. And I mean, if spirit is what you want to call me, that's fine. I'm much different than you.
Not to be rude. I know we just met and everything, but what is that shard in your forehead?
Oh, thank you for noticing. Well, actually, kind of got my friend in trouble. You see, the owlbears here provide a very much needed nutritional resource for my kind, and I was, against my father's wishes, sneaking away to grab some. It is my favorite snack after all. And well, I found this crystal shard, and I thought it was so beautiful. It would make for quite the lovely accessory, wouldn't you say?
Might I take a closer look?
Yes, but I must admit, there was another one. But you see, my friend Ash, well, she got very jealous when she saw me wearing it, and she insisted I bring her here so that she could get one. Well, I didn't want her to come. She's quite reckless. And, well, once we got here, she rushed in to the hatchery, and I'm afraid that she was met with the same fate that you just saved me from. I don't really know how to help her.
She's stuck. She's still okay in the hatchery? I
don't
Do you
think
know?
she's okay. She was taken. She'll be very much missed. Do you think, well, I see this epic display of brutality. I wouldn't necessarily want that on the owlbears here, but do you think you could save her?
Yeah, do you think we could maybe borrow that crystal when we're done?
Of course, I'll give you anything to save Ash.
Okay. Well, sounds like we have no choice then.
Thank you. You may use me at your will. Whatever you need, I'll provide. I just want to help save Ash.
Do you have anything that might help with my friend's wounds?
Oof, that does look pretty painful. Let me see, actually. Does she?
And if you have a spare crossbow lying about,
If your
How-
crossbow
how-
How is Wynne, by the way? Are you still hurting?
29 of 36, so she's doing pretty good, and she can heal herself and all of you, like right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't think the Dryad has anything to help heal.
oh well, maybe just wait here then.
Are you sure?
I wouldn't really do too well if you both got in trouble, right?
No. Oh, I have
Just
some
try
good...
to stay safe.
I do have these good berries if you'd like to have a nibble.
I'll take one. And try it.
Eating a berry restores 1 hit point.
Wynne just looks down
Yeah,
and
it's
she's
okay.
like, I would, but I think I'd crush it.
This would go really good on burnt toast.
You look over and Jermina's like, her face is screwed up. And she's like, I don't think I can hold it anymore. And Wynne shrinks down.
Oh.
Thank you for that, my little friend.
That was really cool. You were massive.
That was pretty cool.
Towering over everyone. That was very impressive.
And she's gonna like flip her hair over her shoulder. Let's do it again sometime.
You got it. You know, sometimes I cast enlarge on myself to see what I would be like if I was, tall person sized.
What do she's a gnome, but what do halflings call humans? I can't remember. Or like, what do hobbits call humans?
They call them fullings.
Tall folk?
Yeah,
Did I get you
that's
that
it.
You did? I was like, wait, really? And then I heard laughter and I was like, oh. But because, a halfling isn't short to a halfling, but a human is tall to a halfling.
No, it's fullings. It's canon
I
now.
like fullings.
Okay, I have to see that next time, Jermina.
Yeah, no problem. No problem.
Jermina's like a mix of Lexia and Bubble.
Yeah. Little pink-haired ancestor to someone possibly.
Well, she's a gnome. She's not a halfling.
Same thing.
Not at all, actually.
Gnomes, halflings, goblins, all the same thing.
No gnomes. No. Goblin! Excuse me. Do I look green to you?
No. But you've got those cute little goblin ears.
So, are there still owlbears inside the hatchery? Like, is that their, do they like to stay in there?
Would you like to take a peek?
I mean, would you like to take a peek?
As long as we can be very, very quiet.
Give me a stealth check, and the Dryad will help you, so roll with advantage. To just glance over a boulder and look into the hatchery. So it's basically like a little... Hold on, I wrote this down. I don't know why I have to like improv my words. The Owlbear Hatchery is a place you know about. It's in a small valley high among the peaks of Astaria Summit, the tallest and sharpest mountain surrounding Astaria Valley. The hatchery grounds are where the owlbears make their nests and raise their young. You creatures dare to travel this high as the air is thin and sharp. So it is a like little canyon almost. So there's like cliffs on either side, and it's just like a little enclave basically high up in the mountains. So they can't see you, but if you were to peek in, you'd be able to get a better view.
Okay. Well, I rolled a 14.
Okay.
Advantage.
So as you peer in, you see about 15 to 20 nests. Some have eggs, some have broken egg shells with little baby owlbears, and you see about 5 full-grown owlbear mamas tending to the nests or tearing the flesh from carcasses, like animal carcasses. You see Ash. She's tangled up and contorted into a nest, and she's clutching an owlbear egg.
That's horrible.
Ooh.
I don't know, you also see the flowers that you were looking for.
We need to get some of those big owl bears out of there because there's 5 of them in there, and one of them was scary enough. So maybe we can do a distraction and something loud and maybe something that would lure them out of the cave.
What do you think, Jermina? Think we can combo some illusions? Make something really convincing.
That would be awesome! I am an illusion wizard, so I can make an illusion that has a sound too.
And I just know how to get into heads.
Lovely. Very true.
And then I guess you and I, Wynne, will be on Team Sneak because we are the sneakiest people I can think of. No issues. It's fine.
She's just gonna look
Wait.
down at her armor.
Take Bubble with you.
Well, Wynne, do you want to stay? Do you want to stay with the other girls instead? Do you want to be like just in case the illusions go wrong?
That might be. I might be a better use there.
All right. It's gonna be you and me, Bubble.
Ooh, I finally get to be sneaky.
Can someone roll me a history check?
Yes.
Or nature. History or nature.
I got a 14 history.
I also got a 14 history.
Okay.
Or nature.
Same, yeah.
I got a 3 nature, so I'm gonna count myself out.
Okay. Okay. All right. As you all are making your plans, the plan is to create an illusion to distract, and then Bubble and Solikha are gonna sneak in and try to grab Ash. Is that what's happening?
Grab Ash and the flower.
Okay. All right.
All right. Mournique, what kind of illusion should we make?
I was thinking maybe like a pig covered in honey. Just cover all the food bases.
Wait, that sounds really yummy.
Kinda does, right? But let's make one of those. And maybe put like an olive in it or something. And just to hold the bread together. Well, now it's just a sandwich. Yeah, we'll do that. I have silent image. I also have minor illusion. So
Okay. I have fog cloud and minor illusion and mage hand. I also have hypnotic pattern and water breathing. That's not really applicable here. I have feather fall.
we'll talk more about that later.
So whatever you want me to do, Mournique, I'll do it.
Okay, how about I make the image and you use minor illusion and make the smell. And what if we just let it over to the owlbear corpse?
Oh.
I could flavor the corpse with prestidigitation.
So that they just go and feast on the...
On the other owlbear,
Yeah. Okay. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, let's do that. Oh yeah.
Okay. And then Solikha. Oh, and then Wynne, what is your plan? To be the tank in case, or to like...
The defense.
Yeah, in case it goes wrong?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of wish I had like a visual to see like where everybody was,
So...
or plans on being.
I know. It's hard for me to even visualize this mountainous landscape. Essentially, if there's an enclave, which is like it's like a half cave. It's not quite a cave, but it does have like this curvature in the rock face. So all the owlbears are in there, and then there's a thin passageway where an owlbear could fit through with boulders. And that's where the owlbear like launched over. And then out of that site is the owlbear corpse.
Is there a place for Bubble and I to hide, like to get in that's not the front entrance?
Yeah, you could probably clamber over boulders like further down or like on the other side. So take a few minutes to kind of make your way around. And you have to be real sneaky because owlbears do have heightened senses.
I mean, I could use like Misty Step. Can I? I don't know. I'm like thinking.
I think you're doing pretty good because you sneaking with you would be difficult. But if you have maybe bless, you could bless you can bless them so that their illusion might work a little bit better.
I don't think Bless works on abilities.
Not a performance check?
No, I think it's only attack rolls and saving throws.
You're right. It's my fault.
Classic Bless.
Yeah. I don't know. Can I stick with like Mournique and Jermina? Because I feel like I'm near the stealthy party. Then I'll just give them away.
Right, and it would be good. I mean, they have very low armor class, so it would be good to have you just kind of stand guard.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so Solikha and Bubble are gonna be sneaking in. The Dryad wants to come with you.
Okay.
Let me see here. Is there anything I can do to help? She asks
How
pensively.
is Bubble sneaky?
Oh, I'm very sneaky.
Okay.
I'm about as sneaky as it gets.
And what about you? I just asked the Dryad. I
Well,
can do a little bit if you need it.
I do have... I'm not really supposed to share this with those who are not my kind, but sometimes I can make it seem like we're not there at all.
Oh, that's brilliant. If you wouldn't mind. I mean, we're trying to save your friend, so I would think that maybe you could make an exception just this once.
I suppose. But please don't tell anyone. My father will be really mad. And she will cast Pass Without Trace.
Brilliant. Much better.
Which gives you a +10 bonus to stealth. Alright. So, your plan is set. Let's freaking do it. So, Bubble and Solikha and the Dryad. The way she does it is it kind of just makes it look like... We just look like we're little tumbleweeds kind of blowing in the wind.
Let's do it, Mournique. You got our backs, Wynne?
Of course I do.
Hell yeah.
All of a sudden, everybody can smell this incredible smell. It smells like spices and sweetness. Wait, this is you, right? This is Mournique doing this?
Yes.
Prestidigitation. So she's making it smell like a winter's day feast. Jermina, wait, were we just gonna lure it to the corpse, or?
Yeah, I think the plan now is just to lure it to the corpse, and I will use I'll use my silent image, misty visions, and I will actually cover it with like a thick mist, so that like while they're up close they can't really see it because they're just going crazy and it's really foggy.
Okay. Are there any rolls involved?
There would be some kind of perception roll to see through the illusion.
Okay.
I don't know if they would have any qualms about eating an owlbear, but they might. Intelligence investigation check against my spell save, which is 15.
They do have... Okay, so they have keen sight and smell. The owlbear has an advantage on wisdom perception checks that rely on sight or smell. So...
But it is reflavored with prestidigitation. So the food smell is actually there.
Right. So let me see. Let me just see if they perceive the smell. One of them rolled really bad, so that's probably the one who's currently eating. Okay, another one perks up its face from preening its feathers, and it starts to make its way towards the smell. The other also makes its way. So you have two coming that way. Another is coming that way. Okay, so 4 of the owlbears, 4 of the 5, start making their way one by one through the passage, and they all surround the owlbear corpse and just start ripping into it, and it's the tastiest meal they've ever had. But there is still one in the hatchery. It is currently a little distracted. So I think Bubble's just gonna whisper to Solikha.
Do you think we could sneak past that one?
I think so. With a little bit of help from her friend, we could just. Is Ash like part of the nest, or is she just like resting in the nest? Like
She is a part of the nest.
Okay, so it's gonna take some doing to get her out.
Mm-hmm.
Do we think maybe just like a little bit of, pulling or, I don't know.
Once we get there, Ash can untangle herself.
Okay.
Says the Dryad.
Let's just try and get as quiet as possible.
Alright, so Bubble is gonna roll for her sneak. Okay, she rolled a 24. Not incredible, but thank you to Pass Without Trace. I'm just thinking about Kellen's Pass Without Trace and how that saved our asses.
Mm-hmm.
The Dryad. She rolled a 20. And then what do you got, Solikha?
I rolled a 9 plus 2, 11 plus 10, 21.
Okay. Alright, sounds like we're all blowing through the wind at a good pace as our tumbleweed self. And the owlbear, as we pass by, it rolled high, but not high enough. She is engrossed in her meal. Whew, I was sweating a little bit. And we approach Ash. And Willow rushes up and puts her hands on her cheeks and says, "Oh, Ash, I told you not to run in here. You poor thing. You're all tangled up in this nest. We have to get you out of here." And Ash says, with a weak smile, "Oh, Willow, always worry too much. I think I found my calling here. I have endless amounts of nutrition. And look at this beautiful egg. Isn't it just the wonder of Mother Nature? It's a gift."
You want to be here? Wouldn't you rather be outside with all of the trees and...
I admit I was scared at first, but I'm surrounded by flowers and babies. And once nesting season is over, I can go back to my home. And Willow is very sad.
Well, as long as you're happy and safe, I mean, I don't think I can really tell you what you should or shouldn't do. But Willow was worried about you.
I may be the reckless one, but Willow is the worrier, isn't she?
My friends and I did come here for a few things, though. Would it be alright with you if I just took one of these? And I gestured to one of the flowers.
What need do you have for such flowers?
A friend of ours back in our village, she's a gardener, and I suppose she just wants to... what's the word? Where they take the seeds and... Propagate, there we go.
Oh, so she seeks to cultivate more life. Well, I don't see any problem with that.
Okay. Thank you. And I will quietly reach over and just take a single flower. Is the owlbear still busy?
Let's roll another perception.
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't pick that up with your hands, right?
It's deadly poisonous.
No, I don't think it's deadly poisonous, but it rolled a nat 20.
Oh no.
So I will say that it starts to notice the tumbleweeds around the nest, and it locks eyes over there. And Ash says, "Oh, quickly, you must leave this place." And Ash said that, and then Willow says, I did kind of sort of promise them something. And Ash says, okay, whatever, take what you need. Whatever it is, just get out of here. And Willow reaches for the crystal gem on Ash's forehead. And as she does, the vines and the branches kind of pull back, and she takes the crystal shard. And as her vines and weeds are pulling back, a little deep blue, like sapphire blue charm falls from her vines on the ground.
Thank you. Keep yourself safe, okay?
Thank you so much for caring about me, Willow. I'll see you when the season is over, I promise. And Willow picks up a little, an owlbear chip. And yeah, you can pick up the charm from the floor if you see fit.
Mm-hmm.
And Willow has the crystal shard grasped in her hand. And let's attempt to sneak out of here. So, in our tumbleweed our way through. And we can meet back up with our friends. And we can all kind of creep away from the general vicinity of the owlbears.
And only one owlbear was harmed in the making of this heist.
Pretty impressive, I would say.
You guys were amazing. That was the perfect distraction.
Yeah, that was really creative, Jermina. Your illusions were spot on.
Thanks, Mournique. We make a pretty good team, huh?
I
Too
think
bad.
so.
Too bad there's not room for 2 leaders, or we might have to combine forces.
Well, that wouldn't be so bad.
Maybe one day.
Maybe.
But I'm gonna hand the flower to Mournique. I think this should do, I hope.
My mom's gonna be so happy.
What is she doing with it again?
Oh, she just wants to plant some.
Okay, good. I blanked. There was an owlbear in there, and I thought they saw us, and I was just panicking. And I hope that's what she was trying to do with it, because she seems like a nice woman. What? But we got the shard, and we're all safe, and it's all good. So we're fine.
You handed me the flower, right?
Yes.
I will just, sort of bend down and give it to Jermina. Maybe you should give it to her. It would mean more coming from you, right?
Yeah, I'll take the credit. Thanks. But what happened to Ash? Why is she still in there?
She's actually happy in there. She's holding a little owlbear egg, and she's found a new calling, I guess. She said she's gonna wait it out until the nesting season was over.
I'm gonna miss her.
At least she's safe, though. Well, or happy, at least.
One season's not that long.
Somewhat, beautiful.
What will you do now? Will you stay by and keep watch over her?
Well, my father will be missing me, so I'll come check on her once in a while. That tumbleweed trick was pretty nifty, huh?
We couldn't have done it without you.
I'm just so glad you were here to help me. Oh, I guess I do owe you. And she'll reach up to her forehead, and the vines will twist away, and the crystal shard will fall into her hand, and she'll take the 2 shards, one from hers and one from Ash, and she'll kind of hold them together, and you can see that they slot together pretty well, but there is a piece still missing from it. But you remember that the hag has the witch has the remaining piece.
Oh, I didn't know they slot together like that. Did you? Is that something the 2 of you did?
I don't know. They just they just seem like they fit so perfectly together.
I want to actually go camping now.
That
Bubble,
sounds
did you
fun.
learn?
Oh.
Did you learn your hut?
I can totally make us a hut! Solikha, what was that thing that you picked up that fell off Ash's face?
I don't know. It's just this. It's. I mean, this is one of the things that the hag sent us for, but is it just sort of a natural-looking shape?
So it is a sapphire cut gem. It's in the shape of a, whatever the shape of a D20 is. What is it called? A hexahedron or whatever?
Dodecahedron, I
Dodec.
think.
Yeah. So it's that shape, and it is attached to a little silver, like, clasp, and it's like it looks like a charm. And Solikha is familiar with charms, you place your hands on it, and if you want to roll for investigation or Arcana, actually, roll for Arcana.
Oh, I rolled a 17.
Okay. As a cleric, you're familiar with magic, and you place your hands around this charm, and you can sense that this is in fact a magical item. And what it does, if you attach it to a weapon, it gives +1 to that weapon, and it does an additional 1d6 cold damage.
Ooh. Wynne, this would go so well with your eyes. It matches it perfectly.
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. She's gonna like twirl her hair. Her cheeks are gonna like bright red. But it is very pretty.
I don't have a weapon anymore.
Your crossbow, so much cooler now. I don't know what you did to it.
Well, it's broken.
It exploded!
It's
Yeah.
broken.
Yeah,
She exploded it.
it's splintered. I don't really know what that was either, but I think I have to get another crossbow.
Solikha's gonna go up behind Wynne and like, I don't remember how tall the two of us are compared to each other.
I think we're all pretty tall.
You're the tall girlies,
We are.
Okay.
and Bubble is the shorty, and Jermina is the super shorty.
And she's just gonna like loop the necklace around Wynne's neck and just just clasp it for her.
So it's like a charm bracelet charm. It's a very small.
It's not
Like-
a necklace, like a charm necklace, like a pendant.
Think of like if you were to wire wrap a D&D dice and then loop it, like almost like an earring, but it's meant,
Okay.
yeah, it's meant to be like attached to the like hilt of a sword or a glaive.
Even better. Okay, well
Even
then
better.
I would just give it to her for her to attach it on her own.
Cool.
Can you help me with this?
Yeah, just hold it still.
I am.
Gotta add-
Yeah, roll for dexterity.
Oh, let me see. What is that? 19.
Nice. You very easily. I'm like picturing like a girl with long nails trying to get a necklace on, but nope, you just. All right, so now you can add +1 to your attack rolls and your damage, and 1d6 cold damage whenever you use your glaive.
Wait, attack roll and damage roll?
Yep, because it adds +1 to your weapon.
Nice.
Yeah. Our first magic item, you guys.
Hell yeah.
It's pretty.
Don't worry.
Gotta give the girls some bling.
There will be more.
I know, there's 2 more.
Wow,
And we
thank
know where
you.
they are, too.
Wait, actually, this isn't really our first magic item. We went to an entirely different fucking plane of existence and grabbed magic items. They're kind of not useful, but you have them. Wynne's got her cloak that gives her a +1 to intimidation when stopping a crime.
The ring that changes colors.
And Solikha has a retractable mace.
Oh, right.
And Bubble has a PH in her name now. Which we're ignoring forever.
Wait, what?
Yeah, no, never mind.
I don't.
You didn't hear that!
Yeah. Remove curse.
Yeah. Facts. That's a great storyline. Okay.
So you girls want to make camp? Maybe we should go a little bit more south.
Yeah.
I think we should gather together. Trees and... Willow, do you want to spend the night with us?
No, I'm leaving. Goodbye. And she tumbleweeds her way down the fucking mountain.
No.
Bye.
Okay, well, we had room, but whatever.
So we'll go down into the woods. We will make a cute little hut with branches and tree boughs and stuff like that, and we can settle in.
That was a crazy adventure, you guys. Thanks for bringing me.
Yeah. You're super cool, Jermina.
I know.
We should, like, hang out more. Or whatever, if you want to.
I don't see why not. Shit, be more confident, Mournique. You're cool too.
I mean, yeah, obviously. I know that.
There we go. There we go.
Just looking for the right split right now.
Are you dealing with some stuff? What's going on?
It's something I learned a long time ago. It's called an ailer. It's for concentrating on spells. You split up a piece of your mind that can focus on the spell while you do other stuff. It's a little complicated.
Doesn't sound too much out of my wheelhouse.
Back there, when I saw the owlbear, I split off my fear into another section of my brain.
That's pretty nifty.
I guess it's one way to be brave.
Are you usually scared of owlbears, Miss Manticore Slayer?
I mean, there was a lot of owlbears. And they are quite large. And to be honest, I'm not a very good fighter.
I don't know. I saw what you did back there. That was fucking awesome.
I don't really know what that was.
Maybe you're just getting stronger. Every day brings new experiences, and this little village is pretty lame. But you've been doing some cool stuff lately, so maybe you're just unlocking a new part of the magic, and that's the magic that's in your heart. Or maybe your patrons got some plans for you. Just if they're giving you more power.
I think it might be the first one. I haven't really felt that my patron reach out, so. Not in a long time. Maybe I have one of those sparks. Maybe.
Well, I know the spark at Theastra is hard to come by.
Right. Theastra.
You know, Mournique, you can be honest with me.
Alright. Open up that cute little brain of yours. I'm about to blow your mind.
Alright!
And, I will bring her through, and basically catch her up with everything that we're actually doing. The real reason we came out here.
Cool. Do you include the other girls in the spectacle?
Sure, yeah.
Okay. So as you're all kind of in...
Hey, most of it is spoken out loud, and I can just show images through my head with awakened mind.
Okay. I'm kind of picturing, like, you know how I describe what you see whenever you enter someone's mind? Jermina's mind would probably look something similar to the background I have on my stream. Like, just kind of galaxy-esque, shooting stars, very magical. As you're in her mind showing her these things and speaking to her, you all kind of see yourselves sitting on a misty grass ground, looking up into the sky, vast span of sky, as Mournique is showing everything that you've gone through from your trials.
I will say that, like, they can actually see this because I'm using the misty visions. I have unlimited use of that spell.
Okay, yeah.
Silent image, so I can literally show them.
Yeah.
And it would just fill the room.
The room is very small.
Perfect.
So you're showing her from your initial trials to your adventure with Numi, seeing Thea, seeing Draconette, running away from the Blackthorn Knights, seeing Mournique, future Mournique, and going back in time, the whole thing, and her face is alight with wonder. She is stoked.
I knew there was crazy stuff going on. Those trials were definitely fishy. But it looks like we have quite the adventure ahead of us, doesn't it?
Sure does. Well, maybe we should turn in. Destiny will be here tomorrow.
Yeah, good point.
And that's where we'll end tonight's session.
Yay.